Hi everyone, this is the tutorial for Memory Lane by Zara Larsson. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. Okay, so the easiest way to play this song is with a capo on fret 6. If you're in need of a capo, then check out the link in the description. There's one to buy on Amazon and it's pretty cheap. It's the one I use and it's done me well for years. So what we're going to do is talk about that really fancy introduction. If you're not interested in playing that part and you just want to play the chords along to the song and strum along, then skip ahead to the timestamp on the screen and I'll show you all the chords needed. However, we're going to focus in on that guitar riff, including the tabs for it. So here we go. So I'm going to use finger picking for this. You can use a plectrum. And what we do, we start with an open A string in reference to the capo. And there's a few ways of playing this, but I think this is the easiest way, and it means you can keep the capo in place all the way through the song. There's capo positions elsewhere you can use, which change it, but I think this is the easiest way you can keep the capo in one place. So start with an open A string. Then we're going to have a hammer on to fret number 3 on the A string. And then we play our pointy finger on fret 2 on the G string. Now what we're going to do is loop round that a couple of times. So 2 and a bit times. 1, 2, 3. We then play the same idea, but instead of 2 on the G string, 0. So I'm going to play that slowly. We then have this other shape. So that is a 2 on the D string, 0 on the G, and an open E string. And we play that top note twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times round that sequence of notes, followed by 2 E strings at the end. Finally, the last position that we'll need for this, which is 2 on the A string, 0 on the D string, then we've got that string there, the B string, as an open string as well, which is just 0. And that will get you through a lot of the song. Now let's just slowly put all those parts together so you can see how this intertwines. So that part is not only the introduction, but it is the first part when Zara starts to sing. Now we play through those and then we get to some chords, which is now where I'm going to focus on strumming and I'm going to use a plectrum. So when the kind of verse kicks in, we can use chords for that, and the chords would be A minor for a couple of bars, going up to C major, and G major. A minor is an open A string, 2, 2 on the D and G strings, 1 on the B and an open E string. C major, 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, 0 on the G, 1 on the B and an open E. And then finally that G chord is 3 on the E string, 2 on the A string, 0, 0, 0 and a 3 on the high E. Now when the vocals kick in for the song, you would play around those chords 4 times. That'll be 4 times round for that first verse. We then get to the chorus. Now the chorus takes most of the chords we've got and just shortens it a little bit. We have A minor, C to G, all of that repeats. So that was A minor for a bar and then 2 quick changes from C to G before going back to the A minor and repeating that. However, that's only halfway through the chorus. Now, just before I show you the rest of the chorus, if you're interested in getting the tabs for that introduction part, as well as the chord chart and the chords and the lyrics matching up, all in handy PDFs, head on over to Patreon. There is a link in the description. It's just a couple of dollars and it saves you from writing it out or trying to, you know, rewind the video to get through it. And yeah, just saves you from making mistakes. So yeah, check that out. Link in the description. However, the second part of that chorus goes to an F major chord. Now we're going to use this version, the kind of smaller version of F, which is 3 on the D string, 2 on the G, 1, 1 on the B and E. We then have an A minor chord before going to C and G. So just the rhythm for that, we have so F, A minor, C, G. We then have a bar of F major, and then C to G. So I'm now going to play through the full chorus so you can see what that comes like all in one go. Here it is, A minor, C and G, A minor, C and G, then the F chord, A minor, C to G, F, C to G. We then get a second verse. Now you can either go back to the finger-picking guitar riff or you can play the chords. It's just the same as what the first verse does. So 2 lots of A minor, C and G. We then get to another chorus, and that chorus is exactly the same as the first chorus. Just play through exactly what you have done. We have a bridge next, and the bridge you can go back to some finger picking. However, what I'd recommend is that we have some strumming, and I'll talk through the chords now. We have the A minor, C to G, A minor, C to G, then the F chord, C to G, then F major, C to G. However, we then have a D minor chord. D minor is an open D string, 2 on the G, 3 on the B, 1 on the high E, which then goes to a G major chord. We then have a bar where it's just the vocal part. It's almost as if she starts the chorus a bit too early and then it kicks in. So it's just a bar of literally nothing. Just let that one bar go before it leads into the chorus, which you loop round exactly as you have before. There is then an outro, which is just the same as one of the verse parts. A minor, C to G, A minor, C and G. In fact, there is then one more part, which is kind of that introduction part again. Play through that once, and then you have got to the end of the song. So like I mentioned earlier, if you want to get tabs, chord charts, chords and lyrics, then head on over to Patreon. I've wrote everything out professionally, so there's no mistakes, nothing to worry about, so check that out if you can. I'd also like to say thanks to the people on the screen. Those are my active patrons. They get everything that I've just mentioned instantly when this video goes live. So yeah, and they also get a bunch of other perks, like their name on the screen and loads of other things like early access content to videos that I make. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.